It's fun how the body works. You can be fishing a whole day, like 10 hours, not one single strike, but when the strike comes, all of your muscles just activate.
Yeah.
It's like, I swear, if I was in a coma and I had a strike, I would do the counter strike right away.
That's what you came for.
I'm so happy. So we're out here, day 2. We had a fantastic evening yesterday, and we're out on the same spot. Hopefully we find some active pike here in the morning. We have beautiful lighting, there's no direct sunlight, it's kind of dim. And we know the hypothese works very well. So today we're going to try a little bit with the new size of the Ricky the Roach. It's 18 centimeters. Has a very nice wobble to it. Hopefully we'll find a couple of pikes, like the Ricky. I'm trying the headlight color and Elias is trying the
roach color, library roach.
Yeah, I think this color is beautiful now when the sun is not directly on and it's a little bit dim.
And we're both using 25-gram screw-in lead heads.
And a double stinger.
Double stinger. Now we're just waiting for that morning bite.
Has Ricky been tested in Sweden before?
This is the first fishing with Ricky in 18 centimeter.
We'll see.
See what happens. I think we will have a pike on the drop on Ricky today.
The wind is picking up. There's a lot more wind now than yesterday.
And the wind has turned a bit.
Yeah, completely gone the other direction. We have it from the southeast now. Yep, that was a fish. That was a really strange take. It was hard, but I don't know, he kind of missed it. Something. Didn't bite marks on the tail, but that was strange.
Maybe a small fish.
Yeah. You had a bump in the cast before, and I have probably a small fish now. That's not a good sign. I don't like when the small fish are active, because usually that means there's no big fish here to scare them away. But yesterday evening was really a time when the big fish were in hunting. So maybe it's time for the small fish now to get some. And wind and stuff.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
What?
Lost it.
Was there a bite?
Yeah.
Not a good sign.
I have a pike tooth in Ricky.
That's a little crooked tooth.
We have to send it to the pike dentist.
Hey, you are the pike dentist.
Look at the bite marks here. I just missed it.
How could he not get stuck on the hooks? That's strange.
It's insane. We keep this as a souvenir.
The tooth fairy.
Look, Dane.
That's strange. He didn't get stuck there. Oh, stuff. What's happening?
Really?
Yep, there we go. third strike, and this one took really good. Just anchored the boat. First Swedish pike on the 18 centimeter Ricky. I think it's gonna be a nice bait. Just put him back, or her. There we go. Nice start of the day. Well, this is the first drift and we've had 4 contacts and 1 fish.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's promising.
Having so many contacts.
So now I switch to a raw bite. And for that I'm using, I should also switch my rod to a W8. It's the Pike Fight edition in the green color. This is a new rod up to 180 grams. So much lighter than the monster stick and ideal for this kind of fishing with the crankbaits. You can fish soft lures on it as well, of course, but this is a perfect setup for crankbaits. It's super light. You feel every motion in the bait and the strikes. Yeah, you can imagine. So I'm kind of fishing the raw bite quite aggressively and just short pauses in between. And the strike should come in the pause. And raw bite makes a lot of noise in the water. It's really, then you stop it, and inside we have 2 steel balls. We call it long cast system. They fall down to the belly, and when you cast, they will fall back into the tail. So you get all the weight in the back of the tail, make you cast really far. And then when you start winding and it sets, the steel balls falls back in the belly, and you get fantastic action. It casts really well. When you're fishing crankbait like this, when you have a bit wind, now it's coming from the side, you have to make sure to wind up the slack in your line or keep an eye on the line all the time. If you get a strike, you can see it, but you can't feel it. And they can hit really fast, so you have to be ready to set the hooks. The wind is picking up a bit, and we don't have was more sun out last night.
Oh yeah, last night was beautiful. Perfect lighting conditions for the pike to hunt, but now we have to use a little bit darker baits. The wind is super cold.
Yeah.
So hopefully the bite's not off too much.
I think we have to work harder for them today. Yep. That's fine. We'll try to catch a nice one.
Yes.
Looks like some rain coming in.
It's rain pushing like that. It's already gone, but there's supposed to come rain soon.
You just hooked up an insanely small pike.
He jumped off. That was the smallest rat I've ever seen. Little ratatouille. First cast with the shad tees. Oh, Elias hooked up.
Not so big.
Wow.
Seems like the small ones are in, I don't know.
It's a rat race.
Ah, it's nice. It's a nice fish.
Cool. Here, should I take it?
So take it from the other side. Yeah.
No doubt. Okay.
Nice one. There we go.
Cool.
Motor oil again.
And blood. That's a nice fish.
Hypothese motor oil. Nice fish.
She's fat and nice.
Good conditions.
Yeah. Cool. We'll let her go.
Whew, beautiful. Put her back here.
Yep.
That's a meter fish.
Definitely. Well,
bye bye. Gonna try another color. Let's see. What, Daniel? What's this for? Is that when the fishing is slow? You have a painting book for kids? Who's this? Daniel.
Normally, when it's pre-spawn fishing, a lure like the shad tease is phenomenal. It has a really slow rolling action, and you can fish it super slow. And it has the ability to trigger really big fish. It has the same movement as the classic Westin Jette, and also a bunch of other old lures that have produced really big fish, like I don't know how many years back, but the really big fish, they like the slow rolling action. There's something about it. And the big shad tease, the 27, really has the same slow rolling action. So it's something about it that just triggers really big fish to strike. The lure that has worked very good now, the past weeks, and also last year when we fished, is the hypo tease. The hypo tease is a little bit wider body and has a little bit more steady, not a rolling action, it's a more wobbling action, and has a faster tail. So this is a lure you can fish a little bit faster, and it also casts very well. So it's a very good lure when you're fishing open water. You can cast far and it triggers fish to bite, especially active fish and feeding fish. It's fantastic.
And a really nice silhouette when they look.
Yeah, it's a nice silhouette. But don't forget, I know people saying that for pelagic fishing and deep water fishing, the shad tease is it's so skinny. It doesn't have a big silhouette. Because it doesn't have a big silhouette when you look at it, but because of the rolling action, you get the whole side. So it actually has more silhouette than many other big baits. Look how wide it is. Find that in a big bait, it's gonna be a bitch casting it all day. It's not fun. So the shad tease has a lot more silhouette than you would normally think. When you're having windy conditions, stained water, especially now in the post-spawn situation, the raw bite, it's 15 centimeters. It has the long cast system, so you cast really far. It has a wobbling action, quite rolling but erratic. It's just a super lure. 15 centimeters is a perfect length for pike fishing, and just the sound of it attracts fish from a long distance. So this has been my absolute favorite lure the past couple of weeks now. It's produced 2 really big fish for me. And there's something about hard lures that you don't get in a soft lure. They have more, the more bites you get, the more scratches, and you know, there's kind of a soul when you have a hard lure that works really good. And something I like to do is to use the knife and carve in the weights of the fish in the back of the lures. Just gives a little bit of extra confidence in the lure.
Nice memories.
Nice memories. I love hard baits. Ricky has a little bit, also kind of a erratic action like the hypo tease, but it's a little bit more wobbling. And this is a lure that I think will work really good at both the pre-spawn and the post-spawn situation. We've caught a lot of fish on it the past 2 days.
Looks promising.
Yeah, it looks promising. So it's the first time we're testing it, so I don't really have so much to say about it, but it's a big lure. It's 18 centimeters, high, wide.
You can compare it with the 14 centimeter.
Yeah, it looks like a perch snack.
This is still a nice size, but if you compare 14 and 18, you need this kind of big lures with big silhouettes when you're fishing in big waters like this.
Yeah, it's a big difference, and I think it's going to be a nice lure. It's going to be fun fishing with. 120.
Yeah. Oh, this is good.
You better fish?
Yeah.
Fish yesterday.
Yeah. This is a good fish.
Oh. No. It's just a very strong fish. Alltså Nilsson and Elias, du måste göra det. Rattaren har ingen kontroll på det.
Yes. Nice fish. Perfect. Oh.
So yesterday we had pretty much no wind, perfect light, and soft baits were working really good. The visibility is good and they can hear and see anything. Now we have low light, there's a lot of wind, it's been raining all day. Crankbaits, a lot of vibration, a lot of sound. And now when the pikes are hungry, it's more about, you know, making commercial, getting them to know where you are. And the crankbait it does just that. It's really effective to draw the fish in. The pike can hear it from a long distance. So when they're really hungry and they're active and they're feeding, something that really rattles and sounds a lot, and vibrations can be really good.
We have 7 fish over 1 meter.
Yeah.
And I just told Daniel, okay, we needed 12 kilo fish or something like that. And when I finished the sentence, I heard, and this just happened.
I just switched to the raw bite because there's a bit disturbance on the surface. There's not so much light in the air. It gives a good presentation of itself. And this is what happens when you put on the raw bite. Oh. That's 11.5. 122 centimeters.
That's what we came for.
I'm so happy. This is a new personal best in length for me, and it's a fantastic fish. She's pre-spawned, but she's on her way back in a steady pace.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Well done.
Yeah, we'll take a couple of quick pictures of her and then we're gonna let her go. Fantastic fish.
We just hooked up with a big one here. Oh, oh. We have a lot of wind here, so you ready with the net?
Yep. Comes up and back away a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe it's not. It's really big, this one.
Ooh. Oh, it's one of those 110. Ricky?
Hyper cheese.
Nice.
Woo! Yeah!
This is a fat one. It's wow. This
Could be over 10 kilo.
This is a heavy pike also.
What a strike!
Wow.
Woo!
That's a healthy fish. Look at the back of it. Oh, it's longer than I thought. This is a big fish.
It's long.
It's longer than I thought.
It's a good sign when you see the tail.
Be ready to push it into the waistline. Oh!
Come on!
Yeah, it's over 11. It's almost. It's.
Nästan 12. Rick.
12,150, I would say.
12,150.
It's 118.
118.
118.
And 12,150. Insane. Insane.
Oh, she's feisty.
Oh.
That's a nice fish. Second 10 kilo fish today. That's incredible. Wow.
One fish over 11 and this one is over 12 kilo.
Crazy fishing.
It slammed the hypotease in the motor oil collar.
I was the motor.
Yeah. We put her back.
Yeah.